I think it's just a car driving past.
That's the river.
Hi, my name's Fiona. I'm 29 years old and I am a criminal lawyer. I grew up in Sorrento. The activities that I like to engage in are, I do like to be in the outdoors. I think that I can be quite outdoorsy. I do like camping and hiking. I love music. And I particularly like going to nice places, seeing beautiful things, eating good food and drinking good wine. And something interesting about me that not that many people know is that I sing in a barbershop chorus.
Could you still do that?
Yeah, I've just started again.
Count.
I think that my friends would describe me as very authentic, a little bit quirky. I think that they would describe me as confident and kind. I would hope that someone meeting me for the first time would describe me in the same way that someone who has known me for a long time would describe me. I would like to think that I'm very upfront about who I am and what you see is what you get. I do think I have... I do think I live my life in a very big and open way. So I would say that people who meet me for the first time would think that I am authentic and quirky and confident. And I would also hope that they think that I'm kind. I really think that playing this game might reveal some things to myself that I didn't know were there. I would think that loyalty is very important to me. I feel that I'm very committed to the people in my life that I love, and I hope that they trust me, and I do have a great deal of trust for the people that are close to me, and I would like to feel that they can really count on me and rely on me. So to that extent, yes, I think loyalty is really important to me, but I also feel that you just never know what's going to happen. I would like to think that my biggest strength going into the game would be my authenticity. I think that people find it really easy to connect with me. I hope that will put me in a strong position to make friends, to gain people's trust, and to just sort of have an ear close to the ground for what might be going on. I don't have any particular plan, but I do hope that my natural skill of being kind and authentic and the fact that people find it easy to connect with me will put me in good stead for the politics of the game. I'm most proud of the fact that I moved up north and lived up there for 4 years for my first real job. It was the most grueling, challenging experience of my life. I found it really, really hard every day, but I also loved it. It was so rewarding, and I think that I am the kind of person that is very resilient and can withstand something really challenging for the sake of a future goal. And I am immeasurably proud of the fact that I did that for 4 years. I really think that to some extent, everything in life is influenced by sexual politics. And I think that communicating effectively is a really good skill. I think it's important to know the different ways that people respond to you. And I think if someone were to say that they did not use to their advantage the way that other people responded to them, sexually or otherwise, they would be lying. I do think that everyone, to some extent, flirts to get their way, and it doesn't need to be manipulative or misleading. I just think it might be one of the many effective forms of communication. I consider myself to be a very, very positive person. I regularly trip over my own feet because I'm that freaking happy.
Do you consider yourself attractive?
I do. I think that I'm an interesting looking person, and I think that people are drawn to a particular quality in me, and yeah, I think I have an attractive personality.
What's your biggest flaw?
Clearly too arrogant. Look, I think my biggest flaw potentially going into this game is that I have a compulsion for honesty. I will just spit out the truth, often at inopportune moments. I am going to really struggle with certain elements of the politics in this game. I'm going to want to win, and I'm going to want to do really well, but I feel that that's going to conflict with what I feel is a compulsion for honesty. I think that's going to make it's going to be a very interesting experience for me. I'm going to find it quite confusing and tumultuous, and my hope is that I will surprise myself with the way that I manage the politics. I really hope that I can do it in a way that is true to myself. I would consider myself to be a particularly mischievous person. I like to be playful, and I think that life should be like fun and adventurous. Something mischievous in particular that comes to mind, and it's one of those like you had to be there kind of stories, but I was on a family holiday in Pemberton, where we often would go when we were young, and we would go for a hike on the Bibbulmun track, and then we would, as a treat, because we had such an arduous time, have dinner at the Pemberton pub. It was my brother John's birthday, and he got this big milkshake, and he was just rapt about it, and I thought it would be quite funny to, when he wasn't looking, like just have a couple of sips. But he got so distracted for some reason that he didn't notice, and I ended up drinking the whole thing, and he's never let me forget it. He will regularly bring it up and remind me.
How old were you?
It was like a month ago. Look, I was probably like 12 or something like that. Something that I have to regularly do in my job is be the bad guy. I find it really hard because I'm such a people pleaser, but it's a really important part of my job to, number one, give bad news. Number two, be okay with people hating you, and number three, just doing the job that needs to be done. So I will struggle intensely because it hurts my heart when people don't like me, but I also know that in life, and I expect in the game, sometimes you just need to do what needs to be done, and it's okay if someone's feathers are ruffled by that. B-roll.
What do you think of the generation above you?
Who would that be? Is that you? Are you the generation above me?
How dare you?
Oh, God.
I am 32.
Yeah, out.
All right, well, you're not cast.
Who is the generation above me?
It would be Gen X.
And is what, like 40 and above?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah. Let's go with that.
Okay. Well,
let's go with like your mum and dad. Your mum and dad's age.
Yeah. I'm a bit of an old soul, and I feel like I can connect with older people quite well. It helps enormously that I sing in a barbershop chorus, and I'm the youngest person there by a margin of about 20 years. I think I can connect with people who are older reasonably well. I used to get quite angry and confronted by what I considered to be older people that had narrow minds, but I don't mind that so much now. I just feel that everyone is different, and we have something to learn from everyone, and yeah, I would like to think that I can connect with older people quite well. Gosh, I don't know that I have a lot of affection for the generation below me. What, being like teenagers or something like that? Okay.
I mean, you're not that young, but all right.
Look, I'd be lying if I didn't say that I find young people really irritating. But I think the diplomatic answer is that we have something to learn from everyone in life. I'm good at keeping secrets. I'm not good at not wanting to tell people secrets. So I will keep a secret, but I will absolutely die. I will be bursting at the seams. And I'm not sure I won't be very conspicuous about it.
So, do you consider yourself smart?
Yes, I consider myself to be very smart. I think I rely too much on my intelligence in everyday life. I would like to think that I'm relying on my intelligence less, and that I don't feel the need to impress people with my vocabulary or something like that. I think that's a bit of a fragile ego construct for me, and I would like to think that I can be okay with being a little bit more quiet and reserved and not having to do verbal and intellectual gymnastics just to impress someone. So yeah, I think that I do rely on my intelligence, and I hope that I am doing that less as I get older. I don't know if I'm going to be able to outsmart people in Backyard Survivor. I would like to think that I will. But a disadvantage for me is that I haven't really watched a lot of Survivor, so I don't really understand how the game works, what the politics is. So I think that I'm going to be learning as I go. But I think I'm a very fast learner. My biggest obstacle in life has been, I think probably like everyone, my own self-doubt. I feel like I have something to prove because I talk a big talk. I will be devastated if I leave early, absolutely gutted. And I know that my brother, who you may remember from season 3.
2.
Damn it! I know that he did quite well. So it really is, for me, going to be a great display of who's the superior sibling. I will be absolutely gutted if I'm voted out first. Yeah, I will consider it like a personal slight.
Do you think you can win?
Yes. Yeah. I feel quite confident in my ability to win. I feel like I have a particular quality in me that is determined but not ruthless. I'm candid and kind, but I'm also willing to do what it takes. I feel that I am very resilient and have the ability to withstand a great deal of stress. I think that I have enough skills and talents that will be helpful and useful. Like, I think that I will be an asset to my team without being too threatening or intimidating. I'm definitely not going to be a strong physical player, but I'm definitely not weak. I think I'm going to be good at solving puzzles, but I'm not. I don't think that I'm going to be too intimidating in that sense. I'm confident, but I'm not dominating. I think that I have a lot of practice in negotiating difficult and complicated political situations, and I do that in my job and my life all the time. This will be a very unique challenge for me, but I think that I'm quite good at navigating complicated and unique political situations.
Cool. Direct.
Well, I was thinking about how my job will help me in this game, and I think in my job, when you go into a courtroom, everyone has a role to play, and you have to play that to the best of your ability. And you're not going to make any friends in a courtroom, and you really have to live by the motto of all's fair in love and war. You have to do what it takes. You can't be afraid of pissing someone off. In fact, if you're not pissing off the other side, you're not doing your job properly. And then at the end of it, you shake hands, you get a drink together, you're friends again. So I do know what it's like to have to put aside friendships and do what needs to be done for the purposes of achieving a goal. I feel a lot of pressure coming in after John. John, look, I haven't watched the show, but whatever John does, he excels at. He walks into a room and everyone loves him. He's so engaging and he's very, very smart. Yeah, I feel like there's big shoes to fill. I feel a lot of pressure following in those big shoes. And he has ginormous feet. But so do I. My brother and I are particularly close. I think we lean on each other for different things. We're very similar in some ways, and we're different in others. Lately we're connecting over our mutual love of pottery and crockery. And it's fantastic because I get to borrow his lipstick. I want to play Backyard Survivor because I am so impressed by my wonderful friends Brian and Kyle, and what is just a ridiculous display of productivity. I'm very impressed with people that have hobbies and that do cool things. Like, this is a cool thing to do, and I can't wait to. I want to have a new experience. I think it's great. Why not? I just really hope that people remember me. I want to be a standout.